What's cracking? Dylan from DIY Overdrive here. I'm taking a quick break from filming the suspension overhaul video for my 4th Gen 4Runner to install some kingery crossbars on my mother-in-law's 2020 Kia Telluride EX. Now, she loves this car. It's extremely comfortable, I have to say. There's just a few things sometimes that you got to do to make something more your own, a little more comfortable, and do everything that you need it to do. Sometimes that's as simple as putting up a couple crossbars. Thankfully, this thing already has the main rails here that will make it really easy to clamp those crossbars right on. So let's grab my dirty workbench here with the crossbars in the box and take a look at what we got going on. This is their aluminum crossbars, the heavy duty versions that are for the Telluride EX, S, SX, and SX Prestige. They've got this cool design that makes them more aerodynamic, kind of like an airplane wing, where they're going to be a little fatter in the front and more narrow at the back, and that helps with wind noise. You can see that they are packed nicely here, wrapped in bubble wrap. And I gotta say, first impression, that leg feels nice and heavy. It doesn't feel weak in your hands. Sometimes if some things are a little bit too light, then it's questionable. They're rated for 260 pounds dynamic weight. And while they don't specifically call out a static weight, the static weight when you're not driving is usually a lot higher than the dynamic weight while you are driving. So if you're going to put something like a Featherlight rooftop tent on one of these, it will be able to handle it just fine, because with a tent that's only 100 pounds, you know, pop top rooftop tent, only 100 pounds, that's kind of cool. But with one of those, a 260 pound rack capacity will be able to easily handle that, even with people in it, because that 260 pound dynamic load is going to be usually, don't quote me, they don't claim it, but usually that static weight is about 3 times higher than the standard dynamic weight. So you'll be able to put a rooftop tent on this thing and sleep a couple people comfortably. Phew. Now let's take a look at the directions. Comes with the Allen key, that's super nice, so you don't have to go grab your tools. Comes with a key, keeps things secure so that someone's not going to steal it. What does this one say? Some tips. It says put it on straight, not diagonally. Don't put it on crooked. All right, step 1, use the 4mm Allen key to remove the screws and the flat washers. Then connect the base to the bar. Don't tighten them fully yet, because they're going to have to be adjusted once it gets on the vehicle. So let's unwrap these and get this started. This should be a very quick and easy install. There we go. Front of the vehicle, left. Okay. Now let's take a quick look at these bars. These are labeled front and rear. So with the front of the vehicle, it's got a perfect little label there that makes this easy. Front of the vehicle going this way. Front of the vehicle going this way. So that means these are going like this, and that makes it really nice and easy to understand, so that there's no question of whether or not you're going to be putting these on backwards or in any way incorrectly. So we've got right front of the vehicle, so that one's going to go right there. I love it when companies make this kind of thing easy. So this is right towards the front of the vehicle, and of course the last one is going to be left towards the front of the vehicle. There you go. Let's get rid of these and start bolting them together. We'll pull those stickers off after the install. So we'll take this. It wants us to remove these little screws here. Easy enough. And slide that on in. And there's about 1.5 inches of adjustability there, which is great, because a lot of these vehicles have a tapered roof design that is wider or more narrow at the front or rear. So we'll just get these in most of the way, but not quite tight yet. We'll tighten them after they're actually on the vehicle. So we can still move them around. It's not going to fall off though. We'll go ahead and do all these other ones real quick and then move on to the next step. Got all 4 of these on loosely. Let's see what the next step is. Step 2, use the key to unlock the base. Remove the crossbar covers, and using the hex socket wrench, loosen the nut on the crossbars, but do not fully remove them. So let's go this way. Grab our key that it comes with. Remove the little blue film. Unlock. That comes off really nice and easy. We're going to use this thing to loosen the nuts right here. And this is what's going to let us adjust the clamp to get it loose enough to stick it on there and then tighten it right back down to secure it. Now again, remember the directions say to loosen it, not to remove them completely. We just want to make it so that this clamp is adjustable. I've got the cover off on this one with that clamp loose, so let's go ahead and do that to the other 3 sides. This works, but I just grabbed myself a 10mm wrench just so that we've got a little better leverage for getting these started. It was just a little too tight for comfort, which yeah, I could have gotten it, but I've got the wrenches, so why not? You know, being a 10mm, I'm surprised that it even showed up in the box at all. You know, actually, we've got a song about the 10mm and about how they disappear on you randomly all the time. Doesn't matter where you put it, what you do, they always vanish. There's a dark place in the universe where all 10mm wrenches and sockets go. If you want to hear the song, I'll play a snippet of it right now. Thanks for checking the song out. You can go find it on Apple Music, YouTube, and Spotify if you want to hear it again or hear the whole thing all the way through.
Where do the sockets go? Nobody seems to know. Lost in the dark unknown. Where do the sockets go?
All right, we got these loose, got these on. I think it's time to put on the roof. Let's see what the directions say. All right, if you loosen it too much, comes apart. Okay, step 3, from the driver's side. I guess it probably doesn't really matter which side you start on, but let's go ahead and stick these up there. All right, again, here we go. It says to the front going this way. So it's gotta go that way again, which is why this has got that fatter side of this wing design, because it's gonna help with the airflow over it, just like an airplane wing. Maybe with it being like an airplane wing, it'll help your vehicle just take off right into the air. Who knows? We're about to find out. All right, I got one in. I will say the nuts need to be looser than I expected. So again, you don't want to take these nuts off all the way, but it does look like you want to take them almost all the way off. So you get that nut off as far as it'll go without actually removing it, and that's going to give you a much easier time while putting these on. Oh, that side went on way easier. It helps when you know what to expect. I guess that's why I make some videos like this for all of you, to help you not have to go through some of the pains of not knowing exactly what to do. So once I knew what to do with that side, it went on a lot easier. Let's go ahead and tighten these ones down since I'm already right here. Grab myself a ratchet. It's just to go quicker. All right, let's get the rear on. I'll show you this one a little more close up so you can see better what's going on over here. So you'll want to push this all the way in, and that's not going to want to go in yet because these are not far enough off. So let's back them out just a little bit more. And again, you don't want them all the way off, but I'm getting them pretty darn close to where they're just about to fall off, and that made it a lot easier to get that other side on. With those pushed in all the way, this should just pop right down like that. Then after the other side is on, we can tighten them down. You want to make these pretty good and tight. Not crazy tight, you don't want to strip out the nuts, but just make sure that everything feels nice and firm. As with any install, as soon as you get them all on there, go all the way around again and make sure that everything is tight, especially with things like this where there's two nuts, two bolts that are tightening two different sides of it. Sometimes when you tighten one, look at that, the other side was loose. So if you tighten one side all the way, you're going to want to double check that the other side is still tight and tighten it down if it needs it. So now I'm probably going to have to go back to this one and put a few more turns on it based off of how that just felt. So let's see. Yep, got to do a couple more. So do this back and forth until they both feel really nice and snug. Now the directions are very adamant about only adjusting these hex nuts and not the Allen nuts. There's two Allen nuts on the top of these. You don't want to be changing those at all. Alrighty, all four corners are officially nice and tight. So now let's put these caps on. I've got the first cap on, let's get the other three on. All four caps are on. It came with, of course, the tools, the keys, and a few spare parts and the directions there. So I always put this in a little baggie, stick it in the glove box. That way, in case she ever wants to make an adjustment or take them off, she's got exactly what she needs in the vehicle. And last but certainly not least, you'll want to make sure that the bar is roughly centered up here and then tighten down these Allen bolts right underneath. You know, I've seen basically every rack, every crossbar there is out there. It's not very often that an affordable product surprises me as much as these. These feel extremely sturdy because I'm used to working with a lot of name brand racks and crossbars like Yakima, Rhino Rack, things like that. And those, of course, are the cream of the crop. But when you're looking for a budget option that's going to be very solid, these things are going to work very well for you. And so now my wonderful mother-in-law is going to be ready for any adventure she wants to take in this thing where she's got to put something on the roof, whether it's a rooftop tent, a cargo container, bikes, a boat, whatever it is that she wants to throw at this thing, she can stick it up there now. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm Dylan from DIY Overdrive. Please consider hitting that like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can see more videos like this as they're released. Thank you all again so much. See you on the next one.